What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another Trail Dogs Tuesday. We got Kurt's buggy here. He's got a RZR 900S. I think it's a 2018. We're gonna go ahead and put some new front and rear brake pads on it. The application's the same for the rear pretty much. So we'll just go show you how to do the front, save time on video, save your time, save my time. And yeah, we got the riding season coming up. We're gonna go ahead and get it out the way. The pads really don't need it. We already changed all the other ones, so this is the last one. Pads don't need it, but we're gonna put some heavy miles on it this riding season, so might as well get it out the way. So got George here. Stay tuned. We're gonna get rocking and rolling. See you in a second. All right, here we go. I'm gonna show you guys the tools. The first thing you're gonna need, brake pads. Then you're gonna need, I like using the swivel. Throw a little tape on there to keep it solid. You don't need to. You need a 3/16 Allen head and a T30 Torx bit. 3/8 ratchet, 15 millimeter ratcheting wrench if you got it. If not, a regular wrench will work fine. 19 millimeter impact socket, 15 millimeter impact socket, impact, C-clamp, torque wrench, and some caliper lube. But all right, got George here. We're gonna get started on this, and here we go. First things first, we're gonna pop the wheels off, get it off the ground. Again, George is over here NASCAR style. Boom shakalaka. That's 19 millimeter. Flip that little guy off. Roll it back to Kurt. What's up, Kurt? Where you at, buddy? There you are. He disappeared, man. He's quicker than lightning. All right, so here's the brake pads. Boom, 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 boom. You want to take this off. This is like a little protector bracket. You want to take this off. It's a T30. They're not very tight, so don't freak out if they're not super tight when you take them off. There's only 2 of them. It's just a little plastic, no big deal. Alright, you got them 2 off. Set them over there. Next up, you want to loosen up this Allen head, maybe a turn or 2. So you're going to take your Allen head, run it in there. I don't know why you got to do this, but this is what Polaris recommends. We went a little too far, so we're going to thread it back through there a couple turns so we don't lose it. Perfect. Next, we're going to break off, and break off the caliper bolt. So it's helpful if you go ahead and turn your wheel all the way. Break them off, 2 15 millimeter bolts. Now you just wiggle your caliper off. Just like that. Alright, so the game plan here, before we get any further, is, you want to hold that just like that, George? You want to decompress with your C-clamp to where this right here will clear this right here. So you want to be able to get the pad to clear. Oh, it already kind of almost does clear it. Yep, look at that. We ain't even really got to decompress it. Got one off.
One to press the clamp down.
And walk it off. Sorry about the camera. Look at that. There we go. Boom. But yeah, if you didn't have to do that, you would have to go ahead and use the clamp. We'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that right now. Alright, so we got the C-clamp on. Got the brake pads. And you're just going to keep going until it kind of just stops. And that's probably all she wrote right there. You should have enough clearance now to get the pad over the caliper. We used it a little different because, like I said, the brake pads weren't wore out, but it's the same principle. So we used a washer as a spacer to where it didn't dig into the brake pad. And now, George will go ahead and show you how to wiggle it out. Hold it down. Sorry about the camera. and just keep wiggling it out until you get it out. But you want that right there. You want as much clearance from this to this, to where you can pull the brake pad out. All right, next up, the new pads. Make sure you put it to where the pads will face each other. You don't want to do it wrong. See how George is like pushing down on the caliper to where you can fit it through? There you go. You could always take some lubricant, like George is about to do right now, and just throw a couple little dabs on there. You don't want to get any on the brake metallic surface or whatever, but you definitely want to grease up your slides a little bit. Just helps them where they're not stuck on a caliper under heavy braking or whatever. Same thing, push down as much as you can and then walk it on. Just like that, one side and then the other. And you want to separate them a little bit and get them on the caliper. Wiggle them down, boom, there you go. Put your two 15 millimeters back in. Kind of line it up. Thread them in 5 or 6 turns before you throw the impact to them. There you go. You go ahead and tighten up the nut that you the little Allen head nut. Tighten it up. It just goes snug. You don't have to really crank her down. And then yeah, that's all she wrote. Put the I'm sorry, almost forgot. Most important step. The little plastic grommet thing that I really don't know what it does. Snug them up. Remember, they weren't super tight to begin with. And there you go. Now it's all done. Tight, tight, double check. What I like to do before I do it, I always touch everything. Tight, 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 tight. Pads are on correct. Everything's good. Go ahead, straighten your wheel back out. Put your wheel on. That right there is how you do the brakes on a RZR. Pretty simple. It's the same process on all 4. The backs are a little easier because there's less stuff to take off, but for the most part it's the same process. Go ahead and do it like that all the way around. Replace them all if you can, and yeah, appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.